Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another coffee rant with Dano and Frank's cousin, the rental Frank. Drinking Joffrey's coffee. Join me this afternoon with coffees. We have a couple things to talk about. I don't have the exact numbers here because we are away from home. I don't have a lot of my tools, research tools, things like that. But a couple things we need to discuss. Thank you to some of our longtime viewers who've been letting me know some of these things on the channel here. Apparently, Sargento is part of a shredded cheese recall. We need to pay attention to this because there's been a lot of different cheeses on recall due to Listeria. Now, we have seen where the Rizzo Lopez had a huge recall list on theirs, and as I was looking over some of the different Sargento cheeses, looks like there's a lot on there as well. So wanted to bring this to your attention first because we probably have thousands and thousands of viewers on the channel who use Sargento cheese. It's one of the ones that we always get comments on for me to check some of the prices when we do some of our store reviews and some of that stuff. So wanted to make sure we got that out there. It's crazy, guys. It really is. You know, I've kind of been trying to keep a little bit in touch with everything while we're down here in Florida, but it is kind of, you know, it's hard to do that. And I know a lot of people have been reaching out to me about the Dollar Tree thing. Couple things with Dollar Tree. One, they're talking about raising prices again, but more importantly, right now, we're having an issue with cinnamon, with imported cinnamon. And, you know, there's so many, but the one I wanted to talk about is the one that they're selling at Dollar Tree and Family Dollar. Okay, now they're owned by the same people. The Supreme Tradition Cinnamon. We always go over this. I've had thousands of people over the last couple years ask me to see if our stores have it in and stuff like that. And wanted to, you know, that's not, apparently, at least at this point, March 8th, 2024, it looks like they have not voluntarily recalled it. Now, you know, there's some issues with this because a lot of the products of some of this cinnamon is targeted toward children, as we have seen with like the Wanabana and stuff like that. Well, now we're finding imported bags of cinnamon coming into the States, and they're saying it has very high levels of lead. Okay, so if you're one of the ones that use the Supreme Tradition, which I know thousands, tens of thousands probably do, we have, that it has very high levels of lead. And they're asking that they voluntarily recall it as of this point, or at this point, at least from what I've gathered and read. Doesn't look like they've had a voluntary recall on it yet, and that's a little scary because if that's the case, then that means it's still being sold. So we got to make sure that, you know, make sure you check your cabinets. They have different product numbers on the cheeses, but I haven't seen anything on the cinnamon yet. So who knows? Who knows how far back this actually goes? You know, we really don't know. We don't know. We have I know USA Today had an article on this, but I'm one of those people, unless I have it right here in front of me, I'm not going to discuss a lot of the details. I just say that you should check it out. You should look it up yourself if you use the Supreme Tradition. There's some other cinnamon as well, so you may want to check that out. And some of the different Sargento cheeses, some of the Cojita cheeses by Sargento, some of the shredded cheeses. It looks like it has covered over 15 states so far, but as we know, it could get deeper than that. Because we see these recalls and we'll see a few states and then all of a sudden it's just spread out everywhere. So, I don't know. Wanted to bring this to your guys' attention because, you know, we have a lot of people on the channel that buy these products. Let's have a sip of coffee here. Now, the FDA has an ongoing investigation on a lot of the different lead that has been found in cinnamon, particularly the Wanabana packets, the applesauce that's targeted for kids, the little packets that they sell at Dollar Tree and some other places. But now we're finding it in the Supreme Tradition, right, which is ground cinnamon. Okay, and the more and more we find in that, you know, high levels of lead is not good for you. That's why we've gotten rid of lead paint. That's why we've taking out pipes that have lead in them. You know, it's not good. And the investigation is ongoing of where it's coming from, what's the source, you know, and there, we could talk about this all day. I will be giving like an update report on the different cheese, but this cinnamon thing, it's been going on for quite a while. It's been going on for months now, and we had even talked about this on the channel, that what else is it in? What else is it in? Well, apparently it's in even our ground cinnamon as well. The ones particularly that have been imported. There are some other ones that I looked up. I can't, some of the names, hard to pronounce. So I would make sure you Google cinnamon recall, you know, check out all the different ones. If you have different ones, I would check it out. But the one that we talk about the most on the channel is the Supreme Tradition cinnamon, which you may want to just throw away. I'm going to be throwing mine away. Just found out about this a day or two ago. So we're here in Florida right now, but when I get home, that stuff is going in the trash. And as far as Sargento cheese goes, well, you know, there's a pretty decent list of things that, you know, with Listeria has been going around in a lot of dairy products for months now. So we have to be very cautious of that. I will continue to update you of things to come. I did a little bit of research on it. The problem is that I don't think they know how much has been affected. They're putting out what has been affected and what has been tested, right? So I'm hoping that a lot of these big name brand companies are you know, starting to hopefully do a better job of testing these products before they even come out on the floor, right? Because this has been a big issue. You know, we've had issues with workers, you know, some workers, unclean environments. You know, that has been something that some people have talked about. You know, and it's just ongoing, guys. It's ongoing. We have a recall. Well, I mean, I thought we were doing good there for a while, and then, you know, here we get two big ones. One that's been ongoing. We said this on the channel, that it was probably going to spread out farther than those Wanabana, Schnucks, the Weiss, cinnamon packets. You know, but we cannot be having this. It's not good. It's not good. And, you know, these things need to get rectified. You know, we need to make sure that we're finding these products, especially before they go on the floor, so that we are not eating them. Absolutely ridiculous. Take another sip of coffee here. Jeez. Again, thank you for keeping us updated. Got some emails from some longtime viewers that were talking about this, and two major products that we always go over on the channel that, like I said, the thousands of people who use these products on our channel. So I wanted to make sure that you knew right away to check this out. I'm not going to be able to check out much more today, but I will be doing an update video as we go along here, just to, you know, see where it's going and to check for more recalls, because the faster we're staying on top of it, the faster we can get our money back. You know, and I always say, don't throw it away, get your money back. Problem is with the cinnamon, if there's not a voluntary recall, then or a recall in general, if the FDA says no, recall it, you know, then they have to. But unless there's a recall notice, then it's still out here. It's still out here for you to not think about and enjoy. And you don't want to be caught left with your head in the sand. That is why I'm here to talk about this, at least with the viewers that I can reach on our channel here. It's crazy, guys. Also, I've had some questions. Yes, of course, we are going to be doing our store videos when we get back. We're going to be back to normal and everything. We've been doing some videos down here with our family and friends and Jess. You know, we're having fun. We're having a ball. You know, I would appreciate that, you know, a lot of the comments. I know how some people feel, you know, about where we are and everything, and I understand, but keep in mind, there's a lot of families and children and people watching our videos right now that are really enjoying what we're doing. They're having a lot of fun with this. So please, easy on the comments, no cursing. I've had to take down some comments, people leaving cuss words and stuff. I understand the frustration with some things, but it's not needed. Just remember that, you know, we have families that are watching these videos. Part of, you know, this is where we started our channel. This is how we started, you know, and we've had a lot of people that have wanted to see some fun, adventurous videos here. So That's why we're doing them. And, you know, we really, you know, enjoy spending our time. Our family, Jessica's family, has grown up here. This is their happy place, you know, and I try to make it as happy as much as I can for them. But just remember, you know, in case you forget, you know, there's a lot of people who love where we are, and I understand there's reasons why people don't. But just keep in mind, you know, there's a lot of families, a lot of kids that love what we're doing down here right now. So please, if you don't like it or whatever, just no need to express very hard feelings, you know, or get very negative. I would appreciate it if you just didn't say anything at all, you know, because again, not that kids are reading the comments or anything, but still, you know, it's like we're doing this for people who have been on our channel for years and years and years, and it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun doing this stuff. But getting back to business here when we get back home, and we don't have a car here right now, so I can't really do any store videos. I can't do any price comparisons or anything like that, or ways to save money. But I can say, like I always say in the videos, make sure you're buying up the sales as you see them, as prices, from what I understand, are continuing to rise again, even in some of the places that you would never expect it. I never thought that Dollar Tree would go up in price again. It hasn't yet, at least some stuff has. But there's been a lot of rumors and talk of a lot of products going up to $1.75, and I do agree with some of our viewers that some items at Dollar Tree would definitely be worth it, absolutely. But a lot of the food and stuff like that won't be, and that is why I always push the, you know, you find the good sales, check it out. You know, we try to bring you as many good deals as we can find. But at the same time, you know, we don't have every store where we live. I would have liked to have visited Publix while I was down here, maybe a Winn-Dixie or something, but not going to be able to do that this trip, as we will be leaving here in a couple days to go back home. But we will be focusing on a lot of the different events and things going on when we get back home. So guys, thank you so much for watching this coffee rant. Just remember, check out the Sargento cheese. I'm not able to do a lot of research on it right now, and there's not a lot to really go on anyway, because they're really, you know, but they start throwing that word listeria in there. I wanted to get that out here as fast as possible, just so you know to check it out and see if your cheese is affected. And this thing with the cinnamon and not being on a recall right now, I would definitely, me personally, I'm not saying you should do this. Me personally, I will be throwing mine in the trash. It was $1.25, whatever. I'm not going to risk it. I have a feeling that this is going to go on a massive recall, just like the cinnamon packets did, right? The question I have, and something that I wasn't able to find, is the same cinnamon that we're getting it imported from into the country here, are they the ones that are making these sauce packets? Or is that the cinnamon that was used to make these sauce packets? I was trying to do that, couldn't find anything on that. So, I don't know. Got to keep our head on a swivel these days, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great night.